Summer triple digits is a very dangerous for those who are unhoused, and the Phoenix Rescue Mission has announced the 13th annual Cold Red campaign, and here it tells how we can help is Sean Little of the Phoenix Rescue Mission. Good morning, Sean. How are you?
I'm doing well, Brad. Thanks for having me here.
All right, this is a very important time because, one, we're seeing more unhoused people on the streets, and it's going to be hotter, they say, this summer than before. So let's talk about this Cold Red campaign and how important it is.
Yeah, so, I mean, as we know, living here in Phoenix, the summers get really hot. And the last 2 years have been hotter, each one hotter than the other. And so the work that we do is very critical to the people that are living out on the streets. And so we're a first-line defense working alongside community partners and first responders to make sure that people that are living on the streets have what they need to essentially survive through the summer.
Yeah. Let's go through some of the things that you have there, because these are things that people can actually help fund or donate to, right?
Yes. So we have right here some Hope Tote kits and then also water. Inside of our Hope Tote kits, you can see we have bars of soap, toothpaste, toothbrush, deodorant, and then we also have water. Honestly, like, we know that during the summer, it's really all about saving lives, and water is going to be a crucial component to reaching people and making sure that they're staying hydrated. And we as Phoenix Rescue Mission use both of these things essentially as icebreakers. And so by using these and meeting people where they're at, living on the streets, you know, we're able to establish and build relationships with people, and ultimately leading to where they can trust us, and hopefully we can help them beyond that immediate need.
Yeah, Sean, because we noticed that there are, as we said, more people who are unhoused right now. And we wouldn't know it because sometimes they're sitting at the park or sometimes they're just walking down the street. And I think, as you said, the icebreaker is to see someone out there in the hot temperatures who isn't carrying water, and obviously they need it. And so you're able to open up a conversation. But the big part is that you're able to talk to them about some of the resources you guys offer. So let's mention a little bit of those.
Yeah, of course. So each person on our team, you know, we have over 40 case managers that are going out into the community. We call them, there are case managers, they're in something called a Hope Coach. And so as we're working with people and walking alongside them, we're kind of assessing like the needs that they have. Some people, the barriers that they have to housing might be identification or a birth certificate. And then we find people that are struggling with, you know, through domestic abuse, violence that was happening at home, or, you know, struggling through addiction. And so we have residential recovery centers at Phoenix Rescue Mission, one for men and then one for women and children. But we also know that there's more organizations, more programs around the valley. And so it's not one size fits all. And so our case managers really assess those needs and help people to kind of find that journey for them that works best for them, ultimately to find hope and healing.
Yeah, and I think also, Sean, we mentioned that what's really great about the Phoenix Rescue Mission is that some of those people who are helping those unhoused people were unhoused themselves, so they know what the relationship is, what's going on there, and that really helps people have hope and goals to actually stop by the Phoenix Rescue Mission.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible to have people that have gone through our program that have been where people are living on the streets where they've been at, and can look at them and say, I was you once, and I also can tell you what I was able to do and the people that were able to help me to live the life that I have today. And it's really that sharing of, you know, the experience, strength, and healing that we want to see in our community. And it starts with, you know, one individual person, but having that ripple effect throughout the entire valley.
I like it. Okay, Sean, how can people get involved in this year's Cold Red campaign, but also with the Phoenix Rescue Mission all year long?
Yeah, of course. So the easiest way for people to get involved with us is to find out more information on our website. So if you're looking for our heat-related work specifically, phoenixrescuemission.org/code red is where you want to go. But if you're just looking to find out more about us, how you can get involved a year-round basis, that's phoenixrescuemission.org. And we have plenty of information there to be able to get you started, but also the ability to contact us. And we'd love to connect with you and see where we can fit you in and become part of that collective mission that we're all trying to do in the Valley and just make it a better place to live.
I like it. Hey, Sean, thank you very much, and we look forward to helping, again, those unhoused this summer. So I appreciate it. So also, too, you can head over to the CW7AZ.com website to find out more information also.